Hey tribe, this is going to be our video on isometric holds, specifically how to do them and then how we can help improve that score over time, lengthen the amount of time that you hold a plank, wall sit, and then a bent arm plank as well. Awesome, so for this patch of the month, what we are going to be working on are our 3 isometric holds. Now, in order to improve these scores, we have to get a solid baseline for each of these, and people range, and that's why we have our 3 different zones that we're going to be working in. So you guys are going to have green, yellow, and red, and according to our paper that you guys are going to get for this patch, right, you're going to fall into one of these 3 categories for each of our 3 holds. Green being the easiest, yellow being intermediate, and then red being the most challenging, right? Through each of these different kind of areas or zones that you'll be in, you'll have different challenges that will go on each day. And then by the end, you'll get to see your final results. So first thing that we're going to be getting into is our plank. So this is going to be the first kind of portion that we're going to be working on, just that plank, right? So what I want to see is good form on this, right? You're going to end up trying to get your elbow right below your shoulder when you get into that plank. So I'm going to be in that low plank position. I'm not going to put my shoulders too far or my elbows too far forward. I'm going to try and get them in just that straight line right below my shoulder, okay? And then I'm going to get up on my toes just like that. And then the next thing that I'll try and have people kind of visualize is going to be tucking their belly button in. So rather than letting my back sag, right, I want to engage my core. So I'm going to tuck up and in just like that. Trying to keep my back nice and straight, but also engaging that core the entire time, okay? For me, I like to have my palms down. You can turn them off to the side or up. Either is fine from there, okay? Try not to look at your toes just to make sure that you can breathe. You can either look forward or straight down, just like that. In between our sets where you're going to be testing your planks and we're slowly gonna push you, we're also going to be doing V-ups. This will kind of help wear us out and make those planks a little bit more challenging so you can see more results by the end of the month. So for our V-ups, what I wanna see you guys do is you're going to put those legs straight out in front of you, okay? And then you're gonna put those arms overhead. And then from here, you're gonna come up and meet in the middle and come right back down. So coming up, meeting in the middle, coming right back down, just like that. So in between sets of our wall sit, you guys are going to be doing a certain number of air squats, okay? So we wanna make sure that we're really engaging the correct muscles for this. I'm really looking for a lot of quad activation. And I also wanna make sure that I'm kind of getting down low enough in these squats, right? So when I squat down, one of the things that we wanna do is we wanna make sure our knees are kind of facing forward, right? So we don't want them to bow in, we don't want them to bow out, okay? And the best way that we can do this is by tilting our feet ever so slightly out. I don't want them super wide, just ever so slightly out. So I'm gonna get in that squatted position rather than just facing straight forward or even a little bit inward, right? I wanna make sure that I'm spread so that I have that nice solid base and that my knees don't bend in. And then from here, I'm gonna drop straight down, keep my chest up, and I drop down, come right back up from there. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about depth. So when we're squatting, right, I wanna see you guys get down to 90. So that means that I'm coming all the way down to right about here, and then I'm coming right back up. You can see that my weight is in my heels, I'm not up in my toes, and that is the most important part. All right, so now let's get into that wall sit. This one should be pretty simple. We just wanna make sure that we are going down far enough, all right? So I'll tell you what doesn't count, and I'll tell you what counts. This is not my wall sit, right? I need to make sure that I'm going all the way down to 90. So I'm gonna hold right here, just like that, in that position, okay? I can feel this in my quads, and my entire back is making contact with the wall. The other thing I don't wanna see you guys doing is resting your hands on your legs, all right? My hands have to be up doing something else the entire time. Let's get into the last of our 3 isometric holds. So for this last one, we are going to be doing what is called a bent arm plank, or like a Tom Cruise plank is how I was taught, okay? So what you guys are going to do is you're going to take your arms, spread them a little bit wider than shoulder width, and then I'm gonna kick my legs out behind me. Now the best way I can describe exactly what we're doing is you're going down halfway for a push-up, and then you're just stopping and holding there, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop straight down to my arms, elbows out to the side, and I'm just gonna hold just like that. I don't wanna sag too much, and I don't wanna be up here, right? Again, I'm looking for that 90-degree angle right in that arm. So I'm dropping down, holding there. just like that. In between sets where we're going to be holding, I'm going to have you guys do a wide push-up. So I'm gonna keep my hands in the same position, and all I'm going to have you guys do is drop right on down, come right back up for that full range of motion. I wanna make sure I'm not dropping my weight at the end of that rep, but that I'm feeling the ground with my chest. So these are our 3 holds that we're going to be doing through this patch of the month. Remember to record your results and then see how you progress through the month.